Here's one reason that you might be struggling on achieving your goals. I think for most founders, entrepreneur types, creative types, people who are ambitious, setting an incremental goal is uninspiring and it makes it more difficult to actually achieve. So let's say you have a newsletter and you've got 500 subscribers and your goal is to have 1,000 subscribers on your newsletter, or maybe you're making $1,000 a month on a side hustle and now you want to make 1,500 bucks, or maybe you are spending 2 hours a week with friends and you think it'd be great if you could spend four. While setting an incremental goal like that might make it seem very achievable, there's a few issues I think that people have with actually following through on hitting those goals. So if you've been setting goals like that, these milestones, and you've struggled to achieve them, I'm going to share a little bit about why and what I recommend you do instead. So as I said, setting an incremental goal to me is just kind of uninspiring. I mean, it would be great maybe to make an extra 500 bucks a month, but that in itself, is that really what's driving you? Is the goal written down that says 500 bucks per month and I look at that goal, do I really feel something? Or is it, what am I going to spend that money on, right? Is it something beyond that? Or having 500 subscribers now on your YouTube channel and then going to 1,000 subscribers, yes, that would feel nice to achieve and cross off the list. And again, there are some people who like to cross off these type of goals on their list. They work very diligently to get there. This video is not for you if you're like that. This is for the people who set goals like that but struggle to actually achieve it. And again, I think it's a little bit uninspiring. I don't actually think there's very much information in that type of goal. So if you write 500 subscribers and you just put that on your wall, it's like, what does that really mean or tell you about the activities that you need to do or the person you need to become so that you have 500 subscribers on your channel or whatever it might be? And what I just shared there is a hint at what I think is much better for people who are ambitious or have shiny object type syndrome. And that is to ask yourself, what is the change that I need to make? So not what is the goal that I'm aiming for, 500 subscribers or 1,000 subscribers. And you can even start with writing that. Ask yourself, what change do I need to make that outcome something that's very likely? So I call these change-based goals, and change-based goals are about doing something new. They're about changing the status quo. So everybody can think of their life as following a certain trajectory right now. So you're on some type of track, you're on some type of trajectory. Maybe you're growing at a 10% rate, or maybe you're growing 1% every month, or whatever it might be, but you are heading on a certain trajectory. And barring no change to your life, no change to your habits, no change to what you do, you're likely to just keep following that trajectory, right? So if you're growing your newsletter and it's 5% a month, it's probably the case that you will just keep growing at that rate. That is, of course, unless some change occurs and takes that totally off course. So a change might be, I'm going to go from writing once a week to writing 5 times a week. A change might be, I'm going to go from never having written guest blog posts to writing 5 guest blog posts. And the point is, when we make a change, we interrupt that typical track that we're on and we insert new opportunity, new potential. So if we can look at our life and our goal setting through making these changes, making these leaps forward, I think it's more exciting. I think it leads to better outcomes. And I think it's more likely that you're actually going to execute on it. So today, if you can start to write down some of the outcomes that you're wanting or some of the goals the way you would always write it, which is just maybe this incremental type goal, start asking yourself, what change could I make to make that outcome reasonable? And then focus on going through that change. So if you've never written a guest blog post before, focus your effort on writing 5 guest blog posts. That might be your new project. That might be the change that you're going to add or tweak in your current set of habits, your current set of skills, that's going to make all the difference in you actually getting where you want to go. So that's my recommendation today: is make change. Don't set goals. Make changes that make those goals likely. I hope that was helpful for you. It's been very helpful for me and my clients in reframing things that way. So let's hear it. What are the positive changes you're going to make this week? I hope your day and your week are just going amazing. You can always comment. I'd love to interact with people there in the comments. And as always, we'll be back with more videos like this later.